If your gift list is big this year, but you're trying to keep your budget small, you have come to the right place. Today, I am sharing a ton of DIY Christmas gifts for everyone on your list: grandparents, family, friends, neighbors, teachers, coaches, and more. So let's get crafting. Hey craft buddies, welcome back to Whiskey and Whit, and welcome if you're new. My name is Whitney, and today we are talking all things DIY Christmas gifts. I love to give gifts, but your costs can add up so quickly, and a lot of times it's just you want something heartfelt, you want people to know that you care, so that's what we're going to do with these DIY gifts. Let's get things started with gifts that always get a big reaction, those personalized and sentimental ones. These are perfect for parents, grandparents, your in-laws, siblings, all the people who really appreciate something with a little heart behind it.
A few years ago, I showed you guys how to transfer handwriting with a Cricut, and I know so many of you don't have a Cricut, so here is a really simple way that all you need to do it is a heat source and a printer. You can use a home iron. I have been using this transfer paper all season long. When I find a product that I like, I just think of all these different ways that I can use it. And so I went through and cleaned up and created this file with my great grandma's recipe written in my grandma's handwriting. If you would like a tutorial on how to do that portion, I will have that link down below. It will take a huge chunk of this video. So if you're interested in this and want to dive deeper, I've got that tutorial link down below for you. So once you have that file, print it out to the size of whatever you're putting it on. I'm going to put it on a tea towel. Again, if you have questions on how to print to the right size, I've got a full video on that down below as well. So I use Google Docs. I sized this, print it out on the special paper following the instructions, and then I'm going to trim the excess from the outside. Then it's as simple as peeling the backer off of your sheet that you printed on. And I'm also going to give my tea towel a quick pre-press just to get any wrinkles out. Then I am going to carefully peel back the backer paper. I like to use one hand to hold the printed piece and then one hand to carefully wiggle and pull back the transfer. Then it's as easy as putting it where you want on the light colored surface. They also sell it for dark color surfaces, but this is the light color transfer paper. Cover it with either parchment paper or this is a Teflon sheet. I get it from Amazon. It's a nice reusable way to protect your heat pressed items. I'm going to press it at 330 for 90 degrees, but you can also check the packaging for ironing instructions. Peel it back, and that is it. I made two of these, one for my mom and one for my aunt, and this is such a fun little keepsake that you can display. I also have a tutorial on how to make this little blanket ladder, but for a tea towel. Super quick and easy, very inexpensive, so this would be a great gift to pair together. Now, I talked about how I use this transfer paper all the time. I've made all of these things. I will have these tutorials linked down below. But another gift idea for it is photo pillows. I did it for my Norman Rockwell Santa pillowcase, and I decided to make one for both my mom and my mother-in-law. So I just designed these. These are just Canva frames, but you can just go ahead and print out your pictures. I wanted to have the year on it. So this one's for my mom and dad. Same thing. Put it on there, press it, follow the instructions, and that is as easy as it is. This is a fun little keepsake. I love that the date is on it, and it is something that people will definitely really appreciate, and it's a fun little decor piece. I made this one for my mother-in-law with all of her grandkids, and I know that these will be a hit this year, and they're so quick and easy to put together. The outside pillow covers are so inexpensive on Amazon, and I'm still on the same package of transfer paper. I haven't even bought another one. I've made so many things with one $12 pack, so definitely budget friendly. This next one would be great for literally anyone, and don't worry, you don't need to have a Cricut. You can make this and not add the monogram, or you could purchase a decal for the monogram. I found these really pretty boxes, very sturdy metal little suitcase boxes at Target. I decided to turn them into little keepsake boxes for my boys. This would be perfect for anybody that just got married, had a baby, or just somebody that likes to keep things sentimental. I used this round monogram font to do both of my boys' monograms in black vinyl just to put it on the outside so I could tell the difference of the boxes. That's optional. Then here is how you are going to turn the inside of this kind of sterile looking box into something that's going to keep your keepsakes safe. I found this really pretty tan gingham print on keepsakequilting.com, so I ordered that, and then I'm going to cut fabric to line the box. So what I did is I took just a regular old cardboard shipping box, and I cut 6 pieces, 2 short sides, 2 long sides, the bottom and the top, and you'll see here in a second how that all comes together. You want your fabric strips to be roughly between a half an inch to an inch bigger than your piece, so you can go around with hot glue. I'm using Gorilla Glue hot glue that works on fabric, and I am going to create essentially this little envelope. So I'm going to fold 3 of the edges back, and then I'm going to take some of this polyfill. You can also use batting or whatever you have to stuff it, and I am going to stuff this so it is padded. Once you get it where you want, then continue and fold that final side over and glue it. The fabric glue is going to hold super tight, so make sure you grab those Gorilla Glue sticks. I'll have them linked. And then you're going to finish the rest of your sides. So here's what everything's going to look like. So you've got that piece you cut to the bottom of your box, to the top and bottom, and then your 2 sides. Once I did a quick dry fit to make sure everything fit with the padding in there, then I went back through with that same glue stick because it also sticks to wood, metal, plastic, a ton of different options. These are such great glue sticks. And I'm going to glue those down so they stay in place. Now here's a part that's optional. If you don't have a Cricut, just go ahead and finish the top and it doesn't need a monogram. But if you're going to add one, before you glue the batting and everything on there, I'm going to take my piece that I cut, just like all the other ones, and I'm going to fold it long ways and the other way and press so I know where the center is. Then I'm going to take my decal. This is 5 inches. That's the sizing for this particular box, 5 inches tall. I'm going to crease just the carrier sheet here so I know where the center is. Just line up your letters and crease it, and then I'm using the center of the F and the R to center it. Press it according to your package directions for your iron-on vinyl or your decal, whatever. And then I am centering it and using just a teeny little dab of hot glue in all 4 corners. Then I'm going to flip it over and do the batting process again. Then that way you know it is centered and it's not going to move on you. Once that's stuffed, add a little more glue, glue it to the top, and I am so happy with how these turned out. I've been meaning to get somewhere to put Henry's keepsakes, and Finn also has them as well. So these are really pretty heirloom boxes. This would be great for a bridal shower as well, a baby shower, and again, like I said, the decals, totally optional. You can also find them on Etsy if you don't have a way to make them. But I love these, and I think I'm also going to make one for my husband and I for our wedding keepsakes because they're beautiful. And the other great thing is on the outside, there's not a ton of stuff on them, so they could be used as decor as well, and then it keeps all your treasures inside.
Up next, if you're looking for budget-friendly gifts for people like neighbors, teachers, coaches, this next section is where you're going to want to definitely be paying attention. A dinner and dishes gift is such a practical option and people will definitely love it. I grabbed some plates and napkins in a fun theme that I knew that the person would like. I paired it with a gift card. Here is California Pizza Kitchen, but you could use whatever you want. I like to use some double-sided tape to make everything kind of sit where I want it. I also added these really cute tags as well as this Christmas light tag that I made in my Cricut video. So I've got a free SVG for that. I wrapped it up and this is good to go. Super easy to just hand to somebody and have it be a really nice little thoughtful gift. Dried dip mixes are another great idea because they are budget friendly and you can make a ton of them at once. Last year, I made a ton of different options in my Christmas treats video, so you can check that out. I've got ranch mix. I've got one for like a fiesta dip. There's like a bacon and cheddar dip that is delicious. So I will link that if you want to put those together. Those would also be great for hostess gifts. Speaking of hostess gifts, these are some of my favorites. I love just getting a thrifted basket, grabbing some fun glasses, and being able to add in just a beverage of their choice. It is a sweet gift that makes you look like you are grateful for them hosting, which is always great. I also love this Making Spirits Bright gift set. All you need to do is wrap up a bottle in a towel, and then this Making Spirits Bright tag goes right on top. Tie it in. It's super simple, but it's really fun. Here are ones that you can throw together super quick and easy. One being a candle. I love sharing these because you can pick up a candle at places like Walmart or even Dollar Tree, remove the label, and replace with one that you print just on plain old sticker paper or printable vinyl. You do not need a Cricut machine for this. You can cut with scissors or even a slice cutter, and you can replace the label and make something super custom really quick and easy.
This next one could easily be put under the sentimental category, but they are so fast to make that I decided to put them here. Let me show you how to make them in 5 minutes or less. So what I did is I took a picture of both of them looking to the side, and you can have them kind of move their chin. I think this one's a better profile of Finn's. So I'm going to select this and remove the background. If you take it on your iPhone and you don't have Canva Pro to remove the background, you can also hold it down. And when you hold down the image, it will cut them out. So I'm going to do the same thing here, and you want to make sure that you get a clean cutout. You can also use an online program called remove.bg. So if you'd rather do that, you can do that as well. Then all you're going to do is go to the side under Effects and select Duotone. We're going to select Custom in the top left, and you want to make sure that the highlights and the shadows are both set to this hashtag bunch of zeros that is just black. Then that way you are going to get the really good silhouette and outline. I loved that I could see my son's glasses, but his little strap, I just went through and with the background remover, I was able to easily erase that. And then the last thing I did was search for a wave shape. I lined it up and then I cropped his image, just pulling the bottom of the box up. So then that way it kind of had that Disneyland silhouette look. I picked a font I liked. I added a gingham print to the background, and then I also added the year. Now, for one, I did a double-sided ornament, so I created another one and just typed out some highlights from the year. And then the other ones I just framed in these beautiful Dollar Tree matte black frames. So quick and easy to do. You could put the silhouette on anything, and it is such a great keepsake for grandparents or anybody with kiddos because I'm going to treasure these forever.
Another gift that I love is a card box. Now, hear me out. You have those people that are always thinking of others, that love to have things on hand. This comes from Michael's. Make sure you get it on sale because they're always running sales this time of year. And what I love is it everything seals shut and it's divided. I actually have 3 of these for everything, but these are my general cards. So I've got graduation, thank you, ones I send for the mystery box, congrats, good luck, and blank ones. They're all slotted in there. And when I find cute ones, I put them in there. But it's also great to just go raid the aisles of Dollar Tree and fill this up. It doesn't have to be full when you gift it, but put a couple in there. And somebody who is always hosting, big on life of the party, they would definitely love something like this. I'm pretty sure when I got this on sale, it was like $12.99, so nothing crazy, a couple Dollar Tree cards, and you can label it or let them do it, but this is a really fun gift and something that they probably would never guess to receive, but will definitely use all the time. Something else you can easily pick up in the Michael's craft section are these little photo organizers. And what I like to do is when somebody is either getting married or having a baby, I grab them, I create some labels. You can either do it with a Cricut or if you have like a P-Touch or anything, and create areas where they can save stuff. So for this one, I made it for my little nephew right before he was born. I put baby good bread on the front and some Cricut vinyl, and you can find the full tutorial for this if you have somebody in mind that you could gift it for. It's super nice because they can slot things by month and have everything all organized for their baby, wedding, or any other big life event. Now, what about those friends that you have, us craft buddies like to stick together that also like to DIY and you're not quite sure what to make them? Well, here is an idea that's still in the craft space, but you don't have to make it, and that is a craft subscription box. A fellow crafty mom named Emily reached out to me and asked if I'd be interested in checking it out. This box and subscription is called Craftily. Each month they do a different type of DIY. So last month they did some little cute pie magnets for November. For December, it's actually needlepoint, which I've been dying to try. The great thing is you can try something new without having to go to the craft store, grab all the stuff. Comes with all the stuff you need here, instructions. There's also videos included, and it came with a little frame so that when I'm done with this, I can put it in the frame. So I'm really excited to try this, and I wanted to share it with you guys in case you have a DIY friend worth checking out, and you can see if that's something you want to gift this holiday season. I'll have more info on it down in the description. Up next, let's jump into some Cricut/DTF items. Now, don't fast forward if you don't have a Cricut. The DTF ones you don't need a machine for, but we're going to group these all kind of together. So up first, we're going to make a DTF cardigan. I'm actually wearing one of the 2 that I made for this video. And what I love about these is they're actually sweatshirts, so they're super comfy, making it great for friends and teachers. And what I did is I added graphics to the back. So this one says, "In my heart is a Griswold tree farm," but it mimics the Eras Tour poster. Then I just added a little Christmas tree to the front. For this one, I have a Santa on the front, and then on the back, it's just all Christmas movies. You can make the cardigan with DTF transfers, which stands for direct to film. You can order those from a variety of different places. The Griswold graphic I created, so that'll be over in my free file library. And then these files I got on Etsy, which I will link down below.
I started with some sweatshirts from the brand Comfort Colors, and all I did was make sure I got it lined up, folded it in half, and gave it a quick little press, so then that way I had a guideline. Then I used my sharp fabric scissors to cut directly up the front. Make sure you're not cutting the back of the sweatshirt, you just want to open up the front. And then I just gave it a little tug, and that was it. These are so comfy, and let me tell you, I wore this actually today as I'm editing this video. I wore it to volunteer at my son's school, and I got so many compliments, including one from my son's teacher, who now I know what I'm making her for a Christmas gift.
What you do is you upload them to a site, whether it be dtfprinter.com or ninjatransfers.com. Those are the two that I've worked with. And you can create your own custom transfers, or you can purchase pre-made ones. So whatever you want to do, I'll have more info down in the description. But all you do is line it up, get it where you want it. You press it per the instructions. So for this one, I did 320 degrees for right about 15 to 20 seconds. I did it a little longer than they told me to. Then you let it completely cool, peel it off, and that is it. You can even use an iron. You don't need an easy press. They have iron instructions. So tons of different things that you could do, not just on shirts, but this would be cute for a teacher. Get one made with the school mascot or something. And these are super comfy, and these are just, they're so comfy, and I love having Christmas cardigans now instead of just a...
Speaking of teachers, here's something else I'm making for my son's teacher, but you could give this to anyone on your list. We're going to make an acrylic tray as well as a snack container with this cute, trendy block monogram. So on my snacks container, I want the full decal to be about 8 inches. So I'm going to make this 8 inches first. Then I'm going to copy and paste, and I'm going to make this a different color. It doesn't matter what color you make it. You just want it so then that way you can kind of mess around with it. So then what I'm going to do is I am going to line these up. I'm going to tap my arrow key until I get it where I want it. So then once you have it where you want it, copy and paste that top one because you're going to want to save it. We're going to select both of these and hit slice. What that's going to do is it's going to cut out your orange part or whatever color it happens to be. And then that way it's going to make for really easy layering. So here's my best tip for layering. You are going to weed out both of them, and then you are going to apply transfer tape to your full letters. So in this case, we've got the orange snacks. Then you're going to grab a piece of parchment paper and you're going to get it to about the size of that outline. You're going to put your parchment paper over the top of the little shadow monogram, but you want to make sure that on your transfer paper for that bottom one, there's a little bit hanging out and not under the parchment paper. So then what you can do is with your full word snacks, you can line it up and then you can kind of play around with it before it sticks. Then when you have it where you want it, stick your transfer tape to that little piece of the white transfer sheet that was hanging out from underneath. Carefully peel back your parchment paper and then you can squeegee it down and it is going to be nice and lined up. Then I'm applying it to this plastic container. I actually got this during the back to school time, but you could use little bags or really any container to add to the snacks. Then I am going to fill this with my son's teacher's favorite snacks, so she has a little snack pack in her room. The reason I know her favorite snacks is because I had her fill out my teacher sheet at the beginning of the year, and that is going to be so helpful because it also told me that her favorite color is orange. Also for her, I made this acrylic tray. I made the JR monogram the same way in Design Space, cut it out, do the parchment paper, and apply it. Then with this one, I'm going to gift it with a gift card in this cute little crayon gift card holder. This is a free SVG over in my library. I've got a cute little notepad and then a teacher bookmark, which is part of a prior Cricut video, which I will link that tutorial for you as well. Here's a quick little gift idea. I was actually just updating this for my mother-in-law to add Henry because I made this for her when she had 3 grandkids and then Henry was born. So this is all just typed out in Cricut Design Space, so I will link the Design Space file. This bag is from Amazon and let me show you the back. With it blank, it just looks like this author, title, due date, borrower's name. So it looks like one of those cards that you would use to check out library books. She's a big reader, loves the library, takes Finn to the library all the time. So I made this with the kids' birthdays. And so this font looks just like those stamps that they would use to check out your books. So I'm adding Henry's birthday over here. And what I found is by applying it kind of at an angle, it looks a little bit more realistic, like Delia's name isn't straight. And then I'm going to add Henry and just press it. And this is a really cute gift idea for grandparents. You could also customize the text, but I have this font and everything saved over on Design Space if you would like to check it out in the description.
DIY earrings, keychains, magnets, those are all other great options. They're quick, inexpensive, and you can batch make them, which makes them great for teachers, coworkers, or just stocking stuffers. I've got a full Cricut video that'll show you how to make these custom shrinky dink earrings, keychains, and printable magnets all with your vinyl cutting machine. So check that out if you're interested in that. A personal sports or football tray is perfect for dads, coaches, or sports parents. You can add the name or the school mascot to the center of this football tray in minutes. I have a free SVG, and I will also show you in this tutorial video how to create your own SVG for your particular school or your particular logo. So check that out if you're interested. I also used my Cricut earlier this season to make DIY gift bags, and I also use them to make felt bows and other little tags. So be sure to check out that video if you want some fun inspiration for decorating different presents and wrapping. I also have a full video that will show you how you can wood burn with either just a stencil you already have or make one with your Cricut. These are awesome because I love this one. It organizes all my stuff in my craft room, but you could put logos on it. It would be cute for a bar. You could do so many different options with it. If you are someone who sews, I wanted to share a couple things that I'm making. I do not have sewing tutorials because I'm still learning, but I do have some great ones that I found on YouTube and TikTok that I will link if you're interested. So number one, I'm going to be making a lot of folks these little iPad / Kindle holders. They're actually not as intimidating as they look, but there's a zipper at the top. I made this Haunted Mansion one for fall. I've got a little key ring, which is perfect for the next thing I'm going to show you, which is an AirPod case because it hooks right there. And then there is also a zipper pocket in the front, and I like to put all of my different accessories in there. This was huge when we went on our trip to California earlier this year because I was able to put everything in here. This was kind of my command center on the airplane and I loved it. So definitely I would say like confident beginner friendly. And then this is beginner friendly. It is a case for your AirPods. So it goes in there and I love this because I can hook it on my backpack when I travel. I can hook it in to my purse, to my keys. I'm not going to lose my AirPods. So I'm going to be making these for a lot of folks this season. The third thing I'm going to be making are these Kleenex holders. They are pretty easy to put together. This is another tutorial I found on TikTok, and it's nice because you just slide your Kleenexes in and it makes it so they are always handy, but they are cute and practical. So this would be another great thing for folks that you need a lot of because it's a great scrap buster if you want to give that to a coach or maybe your mailman, delivery drivers, anybody that you want something small for but really want to give that heartfelt attention. Those would be something I would definitely check out if you are a sewer. I hope this video gave you so many ideas for DIY Christmas gifts this year, Craft Buddies. If it did, let me know down below what you will be DIYing this year. Also, if you're interested in any of the free files, free printables, all the things that I mentioned, all the links to different things will all be down in the description as well as the top pinned comment. So if you can't get to the description, head to the comments at the top. You'll see my lovely face with it pinned. Expand it and it will have all the links that you are looking for by project in order that I shared them today. And remember, your gifts do not have to be perfect to be meaningful. It's the fact that you DIY'd, you made something for someone, and you put a lot of heart behind it. Thanks so much for crafting with me today. I'll be back on Friday for the next round of the Mystery Box Challenge, so I will see you in the next one.